Look, as me and you have talked about a lot, like it's all about putting the data points together. And you come out of that call, I'd actually say incrementally more bullish, not even just on Nvidia, but on the overall AI theme. Because of the Blackwell delays, if there was going to be one, what I view headwind or black cloud, they put that to rest in terms of yields and any of the issues there. Demand's outstripping supply anywhere from 10 to 15 to 1.
Right.
So when I look at the underlying enterprise demand, not just in big tech, but even like when you look at sovereign and you look at what I think ultimately is going to be the rest of sort of enterprise, this is a story I still view, call it bottom of the first, top of the second inning. I continue to view it. It's LeBron in high school and Akron.
So you really do still believe it's that early?
We're only 3%, maybe 5% tops of enterprises globally have even gone down this path.
Right.
So it comes down to like when, sometimes I think like it's very easy, like not see forest through the trees, like in terms of like, okay, October quarter, 32.5 billion, whispers 33 billion. But now the focus is more like, this is a company ultimately going toward 50, 75 billion, eventually 100 billion per quarter.
Yeah.
And I think that to me is really the trend, not just for Nvidia, but for what this means for the rest of tech.
In the electrifying whirlwind of Wall Street, there's always a frenzy driving the tickers, but nothing seems to spark the market's imagination quite like the story of Nvidia's latest performance. As the anticipation for their Q3 earnings report builds, investors and tech enthusiasts alike have their eyes glued to this juggernaut's every move. The chip giant, having solidified its stature as the world's largest publicly traded company by market cap, continues to dazzle with extraordinary gains in the AI sector. With whispers of their latest Blackwell AI chips hitting the market and hints of exceptional earnings, figures such as AMD and Intel find themselves scrambling in Nvidia's formidable shadow. Yet, what truly lies ahead for Nvidia in this high-stakes chapter of tech advancements? The answer unfolds with intriguing mystery. Welcome back, everyone, to Investocracy.
Nvidia shares are up about 4%. Jim, what's the latest you've been picking up from your many conversations, both on air and off air, with many of the people who've attended Dreamforce this week and just been who you've seen in the San Francisco area?
Well, I think that we can listen to what Lisa Su has to say from AMD. What she told me was, look, NVIDIA's unassailable lead, but there's room for two because there is so much business. The demand I just keep getting is more and more and more. And the big joke out here is that some people really do have Blackwell, and it's going to be Elon Musk or Mark Zuckerberg. Because remember, last week, Jensen Huang's had just become very emotional. Who gets his chips? I've not seen anything like this, David. It's like they're scalping him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's bad. He's had to deal with scalping before. But yeah, most people just say that Jensen is AI. We're waiting for others to kind of join his orb, but nobody has. That stock collapsed last night. It collapsed. It went from 15 to 13 as if it was some sort of small cap. Margarine, margarine, a knife through margarine.
Oh, yeah, look at that. And now it's higher. Yeah. And obviously we've got an S&P. Carl, that's a new record, right?
On the S&P?
Yeah.
This is an all-time high. And I think probably for the Dow as well, right? About 42K.
The one to watch is Nvidia. That was up 3.5. Now it's up 5. There was nothing wrong with Nvidia. But except for the fact that the long knot has been out for it because people think that Jensen can't possibly maintain the strength.
The stock market, often likened to a hitchhiker's guide to uncertainty, thrives on suspenseful narratives like Nvidia's. Emerging as the undeniable leader in the AI revolution, Nvidia's trajectory has become the benchmark of corporate aspiration. This quarter's numbers defy gravity, projecting an impressive $33.2 billion in revenue, a dramatic 83% year-over-year growth from the prior Q3's $22.1 billion. This leap helps investors understand why Nvidia's stock price surged about 189% year-to-date, while AMD dipped 8%, and industry stalwart Intel plummeted by an eye-watering 51%. Nvidia's forte, its data center segment, headlines the success story, anticipating revenue to double compared to last year. scaling from $14.5 billion to a colossal $29 billion. With gaming revenue crossing the $3 billion mark, Nvidia's grip on technology straddles both innovation and profitability. The market chuckles at the old aphorism, why didn't the investor trust the chip stock? Because it was so flaky. But Nvidia stands resolutely as the substance amidst the bluster. Despite some investor jitters, the stock did see a 6% dip post its impressive Q2 earnings. Optimism about the future runs high. But before we go any further, if you want to keep up with Nvidia's latest updates and keep up with the stock market's latest news, you can follow our Twitter account. We post multiple times daily about the biggest changes and catalysts in the market, so click the follow button if you don't want to miss the newest market updates.
So we're trying it. I have my eye on Nvidia. It's not yet made a higher, a higher high than the prior peak. So it's definitely still in this sideways mode. So I guess I'm going to reserve judgment as to whether this is, a change in character of this market that's been moving away from tech until we get a few more days of follow through.
Elsewhere, Nvidia up another 5% and now up about 10% from just a couple weeks ago. The stock's rebound has coincided with Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang's media blitz, recently touting the promise of accelerated computing at a number of conferences just this week at Dreamforce with Salesforce CEO Mark Benioff.
Nvidia's announcement of Japan's SoftBank Group as the inaugural recipient for the next-gen Blackwell chips marks a pivotal moment. SoftBank's ambition to construct Japan's most formidable AI supercomputer underscores the chip's significance. CEO Jensen Huang, with his characteristic candor, put Nvidia's design hiccup in the rearview, acknowledging past delays but emphasizing resolution and boundless future potential, forecasting several billion dollars in forthcoming quarters. Investor curiosity is equally piqued by geopolitical undercurrents, notably President-elect Donald Trump's tariff speculations that target Taiwan-manufactured semiconductors. As Nvidia's fate intertwines with global politics, the potential for increased costs and their ripple effects demands CEO guidance in the upcoming report. From technical glitches to Asian manufacturing dependencies, Nvidia's stormy seas are navigated by its innovative prowess and stakeholder commitments. But before going any further, if you made it this far into the video, thank you. These videos take a lot of effort and time to make, so if you enjoyed them, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. This goes a long way in helping us grow. That said, back to the video.
Then, Jim, there was the longer-term message out of Jensen Huang yesterday talking about the advances we're going to see primarily in medical science over the next 10 years, and in his words, something you don't want to miss. Listen to that.
Mark, I'm just getting started. These are my finest hours. We're just getting started. This is the best. Nobody should miss the next decade. Would you agree with that? The next decade of technology advance. Everybody, yeah. Dude, you're not going to want to miss this movie. Yeah, you're not going to want to miss this movie. I think the next 10 years, the breakthroughs that we're going to have in digital biology, the breakthroughs in just helping diagnosing disease, the breakthroughs in science. We're going to have so many scientific assistants.
Jim, what'd you think?
Look, I think this is, for Jensen, this and obviously just a plain old data center where he has inside all of his stuff. But yeah, what he's talking about is right now you have this disparate collection of records that would take maybe 10 years to sort through to find common genes of what causes cancer. And now it can be done in 3 or 4 days. This is the accelerated computing side, not just the generative AI side. And it is very exciting. Jensen comes in, and you have to understand that you may think that AI is something that is a bubble. And then this man comes in, he's of a different plane entirely, and he's basically telling you, look, we do not have the ability as humans to get things done, but the machines do. And he feels that the machines, David, are good guys.
Yeah, he does.
Run by good people.
As Nvidia prepares to unveil its Q3 earnings, the narrative is clear. This isn't just a moment in the stock market cycle. It's a litmus test for the future of technological advancement. Nvidia's forecast hints at a robust $37 billion revenue in Q4, a testament to its unwavering momentum in AI and beyond. But what's striking is the resilience and adaptability of its stock in the face of global challenges and local operational hiccups. As Jensen Huang charts the course forward, Blackwell's impending success offers tantalizing returns for discerning investors. Though past post-earnings volatility may cause pause, the overall trajectory showcases Nvidia as a titan poised for sustained growth. So, where do you stand in this story of innovation and opportunity? Share your thoughts on Nvidia's prospects and place within the digital transformation narrative. The questions often lead to the most insightful discussions on the market floor. And finally, if you would like to know what companies like Nvidia have been up to these past few days, go ahead and click on the next video on your screen. See you there.